Well, Troy, you guys finish up your 5-game road trip with a 2-2-1 record. Overall, in your eyes, how did you see the trip playing out for you?
Well, it got off, on a good start in Charlotte there, and then we kind of stubbed our toe, and then we got back on track a little bit against Milwaukee. I thought that we had to come from behind. It was kind of a struggle, but, we had certain players play really well and found our game, and then Chicago, and we ended up, we didn't handle ourselves as well as we would have liked there in terms of how we play and how we normally play, but we didn't give up much. We just didn't generate much in the weekend series in Chicago.
During the trip, you endured some injuries, some call-ups, and do you think that might have caught up with you guys, especially in the Chicago series?
I thought it had an impact on the series for sure. I thought we needed to start really well on Saturday to prove to them, regardless of the changes we've had, like we're still a type of team that plays a certain style. We don't give up a lot, but we gave up a goal right away 20-some seconds into the game on Saturday night, and I thought that kind of had an influence on the series for sure. I found us a little bit back on our heels as the weekend went on. Obviously, we had a lot of new bodies, but all other American League teams have the same issues at times. We just had a significant change over the course of the 2-week trip.
Although some guys are still on the IR, a few that were on there for an extended period, and Kane LaFranchise and Joey McDonald are back skating with the team this week at practice. What exactly are their statuses going into this weekend?
Well, they both have went through the last 2 days of practice. Obviously, it's Wednesday now, and we've got one more day in preparation for the weekend. But, I thought they both have handled themselves well. Mike Thompson, our strength coach, stayed back, obviously, over the time we were gone, and put those guys through a really rigorous training portion of what they have to do on a daily basis to get back to game speed. And I think he did a great job because we were able to let those guys join us yesterday, and they fit right in. Like, it doesn't look like they're that far off and they just need some more reps and some team things. So I thought Mike did a good job, and I thought Joey and Kane handled themselves well.
So you got Marcus Granlund and Yanni Ordio both up in Calgary, and it was just announced earlier today from Bob Hartley that they're both going to make their NHL debut against the LA Kings on Thursday. I guess how fitting is it that those two guys from the same country, attached to the hip, make their same debut in the same game?
Yeah, that is ironic. I mean, the only piece missing is for them both to be in the starting lineup, hopefully that because they are attached to the hip. You make a good point. I think Granlund's success goes to Ordio a lot, and I think Ordio's success goes to Granlund a lot. They're, like you said, two Finnish guys that are playing together, learning the culture, doing things. Orts has been here in the past, been a part of the organization, so I think he's been a great teacher for Granny. But ironically, they're both making their NHL debuts tomorrow against LA, and we're real proud of them.
Marcus has been a big reason for your guys' success with regards to the goal totals. And with 21 games to go, you've already surpassed last season's goal total. And I just want to ask, how nice of a luxury has it been to have the type of guys with skill and talent on a nightly basis being able to put a lot of pucks in the net?
Well, it's been it's been a real pleasant situation for our team and for our coaching staff. I mean, been here now 4 years, and in my 4 years, I don't know if one is assistant. This is my third now as the head. Like, I don't know if we've ever had a situation where we've had this luxury in the 4 years. So that credit goes to our people that sign our players, our scouts, everybody that brings these players to us. Obviously, in pro hockey, we coach what we get. But we've been able to assemble some guys that have some finish to them, and they can score some goals, and it's been a nice thing because I think we've always played with decent structure in Abbotsford. I think we've always played fairly hard, and sometimes our timeliness in the goals in the past were tough to come by, so we didn't get rewarded with as many wins as I thought we could have, but this year it's worked out for both sides.
And finally, Troy, you begin an 8-game homestand starting this weekend against a very good team in the Grand Rapids Griffins. Season series tied up at 1-1 through 2 games. Just what exactly can Heat fans expect from the defending champions this weekend?
Well, you make a good point. They're the Calder Cup reigning champs. They've got a really nice team. They've I think had a year similar to other American League teams. Like, when they have everybody there, like, they're a really dangerous team. But obviously Detroit has had to manage through some significant injuries this year, and because of that, their staff in the NHL, Mike and his staff up in Detroit, have brought a lot of players up, and those guys have been great. Like, anytime you read or watch a game live with the Detroit playing, they always talk about the success of the kids. And so I think their staff in Grand Rapids has done a good job of managing through a tough year with a lot of changes. And I don't know who's all going to be here tomorrow when they arrive and what type of team they'll put on. I just know that they're going to be very good. They're going to be defending champs, and they're going to manage the puck very well, and they've got a lot of skill. So we'll have to be at our best, and we understood that when we were in Grand Rapids. So they're a real pleasure to play against because they make you compete and they make you play a 200-foot game, which is exciting.
Thanks a lot for this, Troy. Appreciate the time.
You're welcome.